Hello, this is my first video. I'm gonna post on YouTube. My name's Channy. I'm from Salt Lake City, Utah, and I just joined the Navy for active duty. I signed a 5-year contract, and I found that there's not a lot of information about older individuals joining the military, so I thought I would maybe start recording and making videos of my journey. I'm 29. I'll be 30 right after I get out of basic and before I go to Pensacola, Florida for A school. And I thought I would just talk about what I've had to do as an older individual going into the military. Let's see. I have started to get rid of all of my stuff. So I right now live with a roommate. And I brought a lot of the furniture because before this I lived alone. And I had a lot of stuff, I've had a career for the past 7 years. I've worked for a virtual reality production company. And so I've been established, I've gone to school, I've done all that. But I've always wanted to join the military. And I thought, if not now, it'll be never. And it'll probably be the one regret I always have in life, and I don't want to do that. So I've sold off my bed frame, a lot of the stuff in my room. I'm trying to get rid of everything so that I don't really have to store much. I know when people go into the military, they're usually younger. They're coming, from their parents' house, so they don't really have to worry too much about stuff like that. But I'm getting rid of it all. I'm also going to pack like an important bag. So all my stuff that I'm going to try to keep, which is mostly clothes, sentimental objects, everything will be able to be stored at my best friend's house in her storage unit, so that I don't really have to worry about it. I imagine we'll be moving around a lot in the Navy, and you won't really need that stuff. So, we'll see how it goes. And a couple of things that I've wanted to do before I went is figure out my car. I have a backup plan in case I don't get through basic, but let's not go there. I'm going to get through basic. It'll be just fine. But I'm going to store it at my friend's house. They're going to sell it for me as soon as I'm done with basic. It's my backup plan just in case I don't get through it. I don't want to get rid of my car. It was a very good deal. She's great. I call her Susan. But that way, if I don't make it, I can come back and I still have a car to come back to. But, that's worst case. We're going to get through basic. It's going to be just fine. Otherwise, yeah, I've sold pretty much mostly everything. I donated a lot of stuff. Let's see here. I'm going to pack an important bag. I know that the Navy, RTC, just changed their rules where now what you bring, I think starting this year, they'll, I don't think you can bring everything. It's like a small bag. You bring it. They'll hold it for you at RTC, which they never used to do. You'd have to pack up all your stuff that they don't allow and send it back, and you would pay to send it back to home, so someone would receive that. But I'm also going to pack just a small bag of stuff that I use every day, like most of my makeup, which is just a small bag. I wear my Doc Martens all the time, so I'll probably pack that in the important bag, and it's going to be just a carry-on of the most important stuff, like laptop, chargers, things like that, maybe an important book, I don't know, so that when I'm done with basic and before I go to A school, the people who are going to come see me graduate can bring that with them, and then I'll have it, as well as, whatever I bring to basic. But I don't think I'm going to even bring a bunch of stuff anyway. Probably just the clothes on my back, phone, charger, a little bit of makeup for those graduation photos, and that's about it. One tip I do have is, let's see, I went to MEPS in January last year. Had a massive neck tattoo that I had removed so that I could join the Navy, and that didn't actually get approved until November 26th, 2019. That's when I signed my contract, and they were like, yep, it's fine, it's gone enough, we'll let you in. And then at first, I thought I was going to go around June to basic, which is a long time. That's over 6 months that you're waiting to leave. I ended up picking the end of March, so March 31st, that's D-Day. That's when I fly to basic, Great Lakes, Illinois. And even now, it's January 2020. What is it? January 25th, 2020. And I still feel like March is too far. If I could give anybody advice out there, it would be to not wait, just do it. I've got a lot of plans that I feel like I can't execute because it's still too early. You kind of feel like you're in limbo, like I'm trying to sell all my stuff, but also all the stuff is going very quickly that I might not have a bed to sleep on towards the end. Things like that, but don't wait. I mean, I know if you're older, it takes a little while to get organized and figure out a plan to store all your stuff, make sure your pets go to a good home, things like that. I'm single, I have no kids, no boyfriend, so it was kind of easy for me. But I wouldn't wait. You can get organized and take care of stuff a lot quicker than you think you can. It's kind of a bummer just sitting here waiting to leave. I'm scared. I'm so scared. I feel like I'm old and I'm established, and now I'm completely changing my life for something that I don't know anything about and I've never done. And I'm excited, but mostly scared. I am scared. It'll be interesting. Another thing is for females, if you are older, I struggled, I think just a month ago doing push-ups. So I think the bare minimum for your PRT or PT test or whatever they call it is 15 push-ups, and I think a month ago I was able to do 4. Now I'm up to 30, all the military style, all in a row. The only advice I can give is start doing those now. You got to prepare. You don't want to be the bottom of the pack. You don't want to, barely pass your PT test. And the only way to get better at push-ups is to do push-ups, and it's very true. I've tried to do other things or lift. You just got to do the push-ups. What else? Learning your general orders as well. There's no good way of learning them or tricks. I took a notebook and I wrote down over and over 1 through 12 over and over again until I learned them all. Same with the Sailor's Creed. I know that on Spotify they have like a recording that you can listen to, but I just had to write it over and over and over again, and it actually does stick. Made flashcards. Learn those. I'm still working on my ranks. That's probably the hardest for me. So hopefully we can do that before we go. Let's see. Another weird thing about basic. Honestly, I don't know too much of what to bring. Like I use a sanitary cup. I'm going to bring it. They might not allow me to use it. Hopefully they do. I hate tampons more than anything in this world. But also I wear like sports bras, no underwear. I don't find it very comfortable. Apparently, bras and underwear will be provided upon arrival. So, I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to go with that, not bring any. And hopefully they have some sports bras and good choices. But yeah. I think the hardest part for me, being 29 and going into the Navy, is I've got to remember that right now, basic is my biggest hurdle, and they're there to not to be rude, but kind of break you down, to rebuild you so that you'll be good in the military. I got to remember to have a good attitude. They're not there to pick on us, but they're there to challenge us, to mold us, to make us better, so that we don't break in the line of duty or, things like that. So I think that's the biggest concern I have. Also, working really closely to 17, 18, 19-year-olds, taking commands from people that are probably going to be 24 and I'm like 30 and having to listen to them, which is not a big deal to me. I've never had a problem with authority, but it'll be different. You'll just be a little more mature, but you're not there to police other people and what they do and how they act. You just gotta do what you're told, and hopefully everything else will become easy. You can ask me questions, leave them down in the comments. I don't know who needs this or who's gonna see this or if anybody, but I have been searching the internet for something like this, kind of like a what to do with your life before you go. If you're older because you're already established, you have a job, things like that. So the main reasons I'm joining the military is that get the home loans, zero down home loans, which is great, and then I want to go back to school on the Navy's dime. Maybe even do a career choice. I don't know if I want to be in virtual reality or marketing forever. I think I want to go into the medical field, and it'd be nice if they took care of that. Also, travel. There's nothing wrong with that. That's actually another thing I wanted to talk about. I have been to 22 countries. I'm going to Japan right before I leave. It's going to be kind of like a last hurrah, dirty 30, everything like that before I go into basic. So, saying goodbye to all my friends. I feel like I'm fortunate enough to already have gone to school, already have had a career, already have partied, already have traveled and experienced most of these things. So me leaving for the military as an older person isn't as scary, I think, maybe, as it would be for some others, or maybe even younger generation. I feel like a lot of people that I talk to, they're like, oh my God, why are you going into the military? You shouldn't do that. You need to get out right now. Don't do it. And I think that's just because maybe they have some FOMO, fear of missing out. And I just want to let those people know that the real world, it's it kind of sucks. Being an adult is the biggest lie. You got bills and you got a job and you work that 9 to 5. So I think this, for me, will actually be a good break. It'll be nice to have someone tell me what to do and where to go. And I'm just along for the ride, and I want to travel and experience it all. So let me know if you have any tips, tricks, basic training insights. You never know. Let me know.